A Pennsylvania man beheaded his father, then posted a 14-minute video on YouTube showing the severed head and espousing anti-government conspiracy theories. This is the Justin Mohn case. Cut to blurred footage of yellow crime scene tape fluttering in the wind, police lights flashing in the background. At 12:16 p.m., local news stations suddenly interrupted their regular programming. A chilling headline dominated the screen. A gruesome crime had just rocked a quiet Pennsylvania suburb. Police had cordoned off a home in Levittown with investigators swarming the scene. Yellow tape marked the boundary between the ordinary and the unthinkable, as neighbors watched in disbelief. The community was left reeling, desperate for answers about what could drive someone to commit such a shocking act. Justin Mohn, 33, lived in Levittown, Pennsylvania. He believed his father, a 68-year-old federal employee, was a government traitor. He attempted a self-proclaimed citizen's arrest, but things turned deadly. On the afternoon of January 30th, 2024, in a quiet suburban home in Middletown Township, Pennsylvania, an act of unimaginable violence shattered the neighborhood's tranquility. The crime was not a random act of rage, but a premeditated killing. The day before, Justin Mohn had legally purchased a 9mm handgun. To do so, he had to first surrender his medical marijuana card, a calculated step in a meticulously planned patricide. Inside the home, Justin shot his 68-year-old father, Michael Mohn, a retired federal employee. But the horror didn't end there. Using a large kitchen knife and a machete, he then decapitated his father in the first-floor bathroom. The gruesome scene was discovered by Justin's mother, Denise Mohn, who immediately fled the house and called 911, telling dispatchers her son was gone, and so was her husband's car. While his mother was on the phone with police, Justin was already broadcasting his crime to the world. He uploaded a 14-minute video to YouTube titled, "Mohn's Militia Call to Arms for American Patriots." In the chilling footage, Justin, wearing surgical gloves, held up his father's severed head, which he had placed in a plastic bag. He identified his father by name, declaring him a traitor to his country for having worked for the federal government for 20 years. The video was a rambling, hate-fueled manifesto against what he called the deep state, globalists, and woke mobs. He called for a second American Revolution, urging his followers to capture and publicly execute all federal officials, including FBI and IRS agents, federal judges, and Border Patrol officers. He went as far as to offer bounties, starting at $1 million for the killing of high-ranking officials like the Attorney General and the FBI Director. For more than 5 hours, the horrific video remained on YouTube, racking up thousands of views before the platform finally removed it for violating its graphic violence policy. But by then, it was too late. The video had been downloaded and was rapidly spreading across other platforms like X and Telegram, a grim testament to the challenges of content moderation in the face of determined extremism. Having committed the ultimate act of betrayal and broadcast his manifesto of terror, Justin Mohn fled the scene in his father's car, leaving a trail of digital and physical horror in his wake and sparking a multi-state manhunt. For hours, the horrifying video circulated online, racking up thousands of views. The social media platform, alerted by a flood of user reports, scrambled to contain the viral spread. But by the time the video was taken down and Mohn's account terminated, the damage was done. The graphic content had been seen and shared, sparking widespread outrage. But the first and most critical alarm wasn't raised by a stranger online. It came from inside the house. At approximately 7 p.m., Justin's mother, Denise Mohn, made a frantic 911 call, reporting she had found her husband deceased. When Middletown Township police arrived, they were met with a scene of unimaginable horror. The gruesome discovery confirmed the video's authenticity, immediately escalating the situation from a content moderation crisis to an active manhunt for a dangerous and armed fugitive. With Mohn's whereabouts unknown, authorities knew they were in a race against time. Investigators quickly launched a multi-agency effort. The key was Mohn's cell phone. Using cell tower data, they tracked his movements in real time. The signal led them north on a journey of approximately 100 miles. His destination was a place that raised immediate red flags: Fort Indiantown Gap, a sprawling National Guard training center. The choice of location seemed a chilling echo of the anti-government, militia-style ideology he had espoused. Just after 9 p.m., he was taken into custody without incident after climbing a fence onto the military installation. But what they found on him revealed the immediate danger he posed. He was armed with a loaded 9mm handgun. In his possession was also a USB drive containing, according to the district attorney, photos of federal buildings and instructions on how to build a bomb. It was clear his violent rampage was not intended to end with his father. The arrest wasn't just the end of a manhunt, it was the prevention of a potential domestic terror attack. In July 2025, Justin Mohn's trial began. In a calculated move, he waived his right to a jury, opting for a bench trial where a single judge would decide his fate. This put the focus squarely on the legal arguments and the cold, hard evidence. Prosecutors painted a chilling picture, labeling the crime cold, calculated, and meticulously organized. They presented the horrific 14-minute YouTube video as their primary exhibit, a self-made testament to his premeditation. They argued this wasn't just a patricide, it was a performance, a grotesque bid for infamy designed to terrorize and incite. Every action was a deliberate step in his twisted plan. When Mohn took the stand, he showed no remorse. He calmly testified that his goal was to spark a second American Revolution and that going viral was a crucial part of his strategy. His testimony provided the final link for a landmark charge: terrorism. For the first time, prosecutors invoked a Pennsylvania state law designed to combat politically motivated violence. Legal experts noted the case set a critical precedent, officially recognizing that online radicalization leading to real-world violence could be prosecuted as an act of terror. The judge's verdict was swift: guilty on all counts. During sentencing, the judge condemned Mohn's unfathomable cruelty and his attempt to use social media as a weapon. The sentence was the maximum possible: life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justin Mohn would never again be a free man, but the questions his case raised about the digital age's capacity to breed extremism would linger long after the courtroom doors closed. The case raises questions about extremist ideology, platform moderation failures, and the dark side of content going viral. Online platforms face scrutiny. Why did graphic content remain visible for hours? And what responsibility do creators bear? If you found this breakdown compelling, subscribe for more true crime investigations. Let me know in the comments what case I should cover next.